Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside that weather window. And quite a look today from our weather window. This is what we saw this afternoon looking down from our Billy Goat Sky-Fi Tower camera. That's up in Okanagan County, up around the Brewster and Pateros area. And look at that cloud cover. We have that cloud deck over most of north central Washington today, but above that, as you can see, beautiful blue skies and the mountains up into Canada off in the distance. But what a great shot from our Sky-Fi Tower camera up that way. And what we saw today is pretty much what we're going to get over the next 24 hours and into Friday. Cloudy, patchy fog once again, I should say into Thursday rather. High temperatures remaining on the cool side, basically in the 40s for today and for tomorrow. And then some rain showers will move in our way for Friday and the weekend. But the good news is our temperatures will warm up, and we'll talk much more weather coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A Douglas County Sheriff's deputy says a motorist tried to bribe him to get out of a DUI arrest. Moses Lake police swooped in on a home in Moses Lake late Sunday as part of an investigation into the trafficking of stolen firearms, thefts, and drug sales. And Moses Lake police nabbed 2 suspects wanted on federal warrants while they were sleeping in an illegally parked van. But first, we begin tonight. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office is looking for a suspect in a string of vehicle prowls in Kashmir. They happened late Monday night and early Tuesday morning. There were 13 calls to Rivercom early Tuesday involving vehicle prowls spread across several areas of town. On Tuesday, the Sheriff's Office released surveillance camera images of the suspect, including one of him apparently peering into a parked car. One image shows what deputies believe is the thief's vehicle. It's a gold or silver or older model Grand Prix or Saturn SL type rig. The prowls took place on North and South Douglas Street, Norman Street, Alberta Avenue, Cottage Avenue, Patton Street, and Angier Avenue. Anyone with information on the crimes is asked to call the Sheriff's Department tip line. That number is 667-6845. A Douglas County Sheriff's deputy says a motorist tried to bribe him to get out of a DUI arrest. Juan Antonio Valle, a 47-year-old Wenatchee man, was allegedly driving impaired early Monday on Highway 28 at Rock Island when the deputy pulled him over. Valle allegedly declined a breath test, but then offered $10,000 to the deputy if he would remove his handcuffs and let him go. The deputy said Valle also made implicit threats to the deputy's family. Bribery is a Class B felony in Washington. Prosecutors have yet to file a formal charge. Moses Lake Police and the Regional Tactical Response Team swooped in on a home on Stanley Road in the Cascade Valley late Sunday as part of an investigation into the trafficking of stolen firearms, thefts, and drug sales. Arrested was 38-year-old Andrew Gilbert after he attempted to flee the raid on foot. Police say they saw Gilbert throw a stolen gun into bushes as he ran off. Police say after realizing he could not get away and seeing K-9 units standing by, Gilbert surrendered. He reportedly had $6,000 cash on him. The gun was recovered from the bushes, and police found another firearm and evidence that the home was being used to illegally modify firearms. Police also reported finding methamphetamine and psilocybin mushrooms packaged for sale, as well as large quantities of marijuana. Gilbert, a convicted felon, faces numerous charges. Well, after police spotted a car illegally parked in a handicapped spot Tuesday evening in front of a Moses Lake business, officers investigated and found 2 people sleeping inside. Moses Lake police reported heroin and paraphernalia also were visible. It was a rude awakening for 25-year-old Taylor Hermsmeyer Rogers and 19-year-old Cassandra Rand after it was further discovered the 2 Ritzville residents were wanted on federal drug warrants. Both were arrested and booked into the Grant County Jail. Well, coming up next, Wenatchee police say a passenger in a traffic stop willingly handed over a bag containing more than an ounce of drugs. The 3-person block of candidates that swept into the Wenatchee School Board just 2 years ago has been whittled down to just 1. And the move is on to build a new outdoor stage for Leavenworth Summer Theater. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
If If you want to work in IT, here's a tip. Employers value IT certifications. 91% say they play a key role in hiring. 72% require them for certain job openings. Improve your odds of getting the job. Enroll in the Computer Networking Systems program at Charter College. In 14 months, you could earn an associate degree and 6 IT certifications. Get started at chartercollegeIT.com, where we work to get you to work.
Hi, I'm Ricardo, and this is Amanda, and we are from Impact Auto Sales,
where you can expect a hassle-free car buying experience. With our wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, let one of our friendly sales staff help you find the vehicle that fits your lifestyle. We have financing available for all credit types and great low rates for first-time buyers. Call us today at 888-8000 or stop by 3522 State Highway 97A in Wenatchee. Impact Auto Sales, where we strive to make an impact on your life and not your wallet.
At some point, we realized that value and practicality go hand in hand. A time when an unnoticed accumulation of items has become burdensome. These possessions still have value, but now lack usefulness. Donate your unwanted items to Goodwill and become a job creator. Your donations allow Goodwill to provide much-needed training to job seekers in our community, and that's pretty useful for everyone. Be a job creator. Donate. Goodwill. There's more behind the store.
Welcome back. In another news, Wenatchee police say a passenger in a traffic stop willingly handed over a bag containing more than an ounce of methamphetamine as well as heroin. Geronimo Mendoza, who's 33 years old, was jailed after the stop early Tuesday morning when his driver of his car pulled over for a loud exhaust. Police say when their officer asked to see a bag that was resting on Mendoza's feet, he turned it over for a search. That search turned up 39 grams of suspected meth and a 5-gram baggie of suspected heroin. Mendoza allegedly told police the bag was given to him earlier and he didn't know its contents. Police are seeking charges of drug possession with intent to sell. Well, the 3-person block of candidates that swept onto the Wenatchee School Board just 2 years ago has been whittled down to just 1. Board member Sarah Knox announced Tuesday that she has taken a job in Seattle and will be moving out of the district. That came a week after incumbent school board president Sonny Hemphill was defeated by businessman Martin Barron for her seat. The only board member left from the 3 elected in 2017 is Michelle Sandberg. After the 2017 election, the 3 became the majority on the 5-member board and pushed through a policy change that allowed them to immediately take leadership positions. That created friction with the other 2 on the board, and one of them, Dr. Walter Newman, resigned. The board replaced him with Karina Vega Vita, who also was defeated in the November 5th election. Tim Larson, the person who beat her, had earlier tried to pull out of the race, saying he was moving to Kashmir. He since has apparently had a change of heart and will be sworn in at the board's November 26 meeting, along with Barron and Laura Jakes, who won re-election last week. The district is working on creating a timeline for appointing Knox's replacement. Well, the move is on to build a new outdoor stage for Leavenworth Summer Theater, replacing the one that now exists at the Leavenworth National Fish Hatchery. The new stage, parking, and seating area would go up on a different portion of the hatchery land from where it now sits, taking up about 29,000 square feet. The project won't be major, but because it involves federal land, it's open to public comment. You can view the project's plans and give input at fws.gov/Leavenworth Fisheries Complex. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
Some jobs take more than skill. They require something deeper, an innate devotion to the communities in which we live. At Gisa Credit Union, we help you support law enforcement, firefighters, teachers, and veterans. With every purchase you make with a Gisa Local Heroes Affinity debit card, we make a donation to select organizations. After all, we can never repay them, but we can do our best to help a little with the Gisa Local Heroes Affinity debit card.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
AC Checker has new owners who put customer service first. When you have to get there on time, call fast, friendly, reliable AC Checker, 663-TAXI. AC Checker has the industry's only on-time or it's free guarantee. Conditions apply. Call AC Checker, 663-TAXI to schedule your cab or schedule online at acchecker.com. Call American Classic Taxi, 663-TAXI. That's 663-8294.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. A local organization working to connect local families with vital assistance is opening its doors this Friday in a new location. In tonight's feature story, Serve Wenatchee Valley sat down in an interview with Wake Up Wenatchee Valley's Dan Kuntz. Here's a preview of that conversation set to air tomorrow morning with all the details of that open house event.
We were able to successfully move out of our old location on a Thursday afternoon and be open here for business the following Monday. And so our whole vision was to not have a day of missed service for our, families that we serve. And due to the help of a whole lot of folks, that happened.
The time came, you've been outgrowing your old location for a decade or so. You knew you needed a new place to go. It was kind of forced on you because basically your lease was expiring, but your landlords gave you a sizable advance that you're going to have to eventually move to a new location, but you didn't want to move very far, and that was critical. You wanted to stay within the downtown core area. And why was that so important to stay within the general footprint of the downtown area from your new location to from your old location to your new location?
It's right on arterial routes, bus routes that folks have. We wanted to make sure that we continued to be easy to find and easy to locate. And of course, this downtown core gives us additional parking. Being here, I know that there are some, we've had some issues with parking in the past. Now we've got a parking lot that's right close by us. I've just always had this desire to be in the heart of a community where the heart beats. Again, the partners in this, in this town have been amazingly supportive to make sure that we can stay right here in the heartbeat. Yesterday, we were in here, and I just had a praise the Lord sort of a moment because this lobby that we're in right now was completely full yesterday morning. And I know at our old location there would have been folks out on the porch. And so to be able to have an environment like this that can welcome folks in, that was an amazing blessing that we witnessed yesterday. And I have every belief that we'll continue to witness that our desire to be able to serve our folks better is why we made this move. And that was paid off in spades yesterday, as I saw.
And it is a very welcoming, warm space. You have a nice vibe when you walk in the door. Much more, nothing wrong with the old building, but it was basically just an old house was all it was. This is much more attuned to what Serve Wenatchee Valley does, this building, isn't it?
Well, I think so. I mean, the two-edged sword of that is that welcoming folks into a house, there is a welcoming aspect to being in a home. And so there's kind of a comfort there. And so when we moved into this space, we talked about making sure that it didn't feel institutional.
People want to come down and check it out. Talk about the open house on Friday, Tom.
So we've got an open house, which is this Friday, November 15th, and it's from 11 to 1. It's just a drop-in open house. We are going to have a ribbon cutting that is going to be at 11:30. Mayor Kuntz is going to be here along with the Chamber and Downtown Association. We are just thrilled to be here in the heart of our community, and so we would just love to have folks come down and take a look. We'll have some refreshments here, but by and large, it's a way just to connect with us as a new neighbor in this community, and hope that a lot of folks will come down and take a look.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. And before we get to those details, let's once again, as we always do, take a look outside our weather window. And one of those days today, isn't it? A large area of clouds and a low cloud deck. This was all across North Central Washington today. This is looking down from our Billy Goat Sky-Fi Tower camera. It's way up in Okanagan County looking down. You can't see them right now, but Pateros and Brewster are under there. And lots of clouds in that low cloud deck, but lots of blue skies above that. And we're going to probably be in that weather scenario for at least one more day. We'll get to that in a second. But high temperatures today, a little bit cooler than we saw yesterday's 47 degrees, but 44 unofficially so far today. But that's right where we should be for this time of year. 45 is our normal high temperature, right exactly where we should be for our low temperature overnight at 32 degrees. Once again, just recently, our record high temperature was back in 2015 tonight at 67 degrees. Boy, doesn't that sound nice. Record low 1985. It was 14 degrees, 6.42 inches. Still there for our precipitation since January 1st. Sunrise this morning, 7:02. Sunset this afternoon at 4:27. Now let's take a look at how tomorrow's weather forecast shapes up as we get into the latter part of our work week. Tomorrow, a lot like today, and as you can see, temperatures will be a lot like today too. Maybe just a smidge warmer than what we saw today. 47 for Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy. We will see 47 as well here in the Wenatchee area. 44 for you folks in Leavenworth, 46 in Chelan, and 46 up in Okanagan County for you folks in Omak. Taking a look at that surface loop now as we get into tonight's forecast. We will see fog developing, a storm moving in. Look at the size of this thing, folks. Just south of the Aleutian Islands and the Pacific Ocean. Here we are back here in a big moisture fetch just to the east of that low, and that will be affecting our weather not so much tomorrow, because tomorrow we'll just see some morning fog, mostly cloudy skies then in the afternoon. But as this storm system moves a little bit closer on Thursday night and into Friday, that's where we will see some chance for some shower activity, especially as we get into Friday morning. A 40% chance for rain. Partly cloudy skies in the afternoon for Friday. The weird part, this is a warm front, so we will warm up on Friday as we see some rain showers. Temperatures jumping all the way up into the lower 50s. Still nice for the weekend too. Mostly cloudy skies. A 20% chance for scattered showers. And here's our next weather maker as it comes down from the northwest. And look at this area of rain showers in British Columbia. That's an inch or more right there, folks. It does mellow out though a little bit as it moves into Washington State by Sunday. We will see a decent chance for some rain though, a 40% chance for rain. But once again, with that warm air with it, we will still see temperatures around 50 degrees. Patchy fog as we get into your Monday morning forecast, and it'll last throughout the day with about a 20% chance for showers. Here's that area of low pressure. It is getting smaller though as we move into the first part of next week, and then by Tuesday it pretty much disappears. Partly cloudy skies. We will be dry on Tuesday and mild. As you can see, there's that clear spot in eastern and central Washington, so that's where our weather will become a little bit more stable by next week. Now let's take a look at your Patriot Plumbing, Heating and Cooling 7-day forecast tonight, right where we should be for overnight lows at around 34 degrees, 47 with some morning fog tomorrow. Remember that as you make that morning commute, it could affect you a little bit. 47 our high. A little bit of rain shower activity on Friday and 52. 20% chance on Saturday and 49. Nice and mild on Sunday, but a 40% chance for rain. We'll see a high Sunday of 53. 52 with just scattered showers Monday, and then 49 with partly cloudy skies on Tuesday. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Mary Maids of Wenatchee believes a clean home is a happy home. Mary Maids provides holiday cleaning services to cheer about. Don't let the seasonal cleaning ruin the festive fun. Mary Maids can simplify your life at a great value. It's never too soon to start planning a holiday perfect home. Mary Maids of Wenatchee happily offers a worry-free guarantee. Locally owned and operated, let Mary Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Call Mary Maids today.
Are you watching me? If you're watching me and you are a business owner in North Central Washington, your potential customers could be seeing your TV commercial right now. With Solion Broadcasting, TV advertising is effective and affordable. Place your ads on the network best suited to your potential customers, or get top-of-mind awareness with 16 cable networks, including NCWLIFE, your local TV channel. Give Solion Broadcasting a call at 888-2020 today to see how easy and affordable it is to advertise on TV.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Wednesday to you. The high school state soccer playoffs began for a couple of our local teams last night. Wenatchee Panthers were in Spokane to face the Gonzaga Prep Bullpups in the first round of the State 4A tournament. Coach John Springer tells us the ladies came out with great energy in the first half, but did surrender a goal right before halftime. G-Prep scored its second goal 6 minutes into the second half, added a third in the 60th minute. Coach Springer says he was proud of the Panthers for never giving up, finally scoring her lone goal in the 78th minute. So Gonzaga Prep moves on with a 3-1 victory. Wenatchee's season is over. On to the State 1A. Cascade had to go into overtime to beat Wahluke 3-2. I was out and about with a camera last night and captured some of the action. Soccer was on the menu in the Apple Bowl under the lights last night as Cascade hosted the Wahluke Warriors. The Kodiaks got on the board first on a goal by senior forward Colby Hunt.
Well, the first goal, I just was like, I just got to put this in. Nothing really went through my mind. It just open net. And then the PK, I missed mine the other night, so I was like, I got to make this, but it was good, yeah.
Her second goal came in the 36th minute when she was fouled on a cross in front of the 18. Hunt was able to convert on the penalty kick and give Cascade a 2-0 lead heading into the half. But Wahluke came out aggressive in the second half and quickly turned the momentum into its favor on a penalty kick in the 42nd minute that put Ana Andrade up for the direct kick. She made it, and the lead was cut in half. Another foul 5 minutes later gave the Warriors another penalty kick, and Jessica Macias would connect to tie the game up at 2-2. It would remain tied through the end of regulation, but it didn't take long in overtime for Cascade to put the game away when Alexa Rogers scored from 25 yards out.
We're all just cutthroat. We just wanted to get it in the net because the last 3 games we've gone into PKs, and it's just, we always have to make it close. We always have to do this. But we just stuck together. We worked together, and we got it in the net. So
Rogers says her pregame made her feel confident she was going to find the back of the net eventually.
In my warm-ups, I was hitting them, and I was getting them all in, and I was really excited, and all my coaches were like, oh, you're going to get this goal. And but throughout the game, I just kept either shanking them, or the keeper played a really good game. She saved a lot of them. But I just wanted to end it there, and I'm glad I did.
Rogers says she and her teammates have played together too long to have their goal of a state title not met in their final chance.
There was definitely some tears. I kind of broke down a little bit because it's just I don't know, all the seniors, we've grown up together. We've been playing since we were 5 years old, on the same team with Glenn. And we want this so bad. We really want this.
Coach Glenn Stefanko said it was great to get the win, but a good learning lesson for his girls.
When you're able to be kind of a clinch player and you can make the ball go in the net when you're under pressure, that's a good sign. There's a lot of good things to take from that. The ball control in the middle of the field was really good. We were just forcing it and not being patient and finding the gaps and openings, and that has a lot to do with the excitement of the postseason game and the excitement of the crowds. So I'd say there's a lot of good things to take from it. A lot of ball control, a lot of movement, and a lot of lessons learned. And as long as we don't repeat some of those lessons, then I think we're in good shape. The teams that we're coming into next are pretty strong, Freeman and/or LaSalle. So as far as us being able to take something from this game and apply it to the next, there's going to be a lot of lessons in the film day that we'll have in the next couple of days. So
Cascade advances to the second round and will play the winner of tonight's game between Freeman and LaSalle. Reporting from Lee Bofto Field of the Apple Bowl, I'm Eric Granstrom for NCWLIFE Channel Sports. Now I'll be along Matt Wisen tonight in the booth for more soccer here on the NCWLIFE channel. We'll be at Wildcat Stadium for East Mont's first round state 4A game against the Meade Panthers. Kickoff at 6 o'clock. You can watch it here on the NCWLIFE channel coming up at 6:30. Seahawks have a little time off this week with a bye coming up this weekend, and after Monday's hard-hitting overtime win against San Francisco, they could use it. Coach Pete Carroll says the biggest concern is for Tyler Lockett, who stayed behind at Stanford University Medical Center to care for a severe bruise.
And it looks, our people think he's going to be fine to play, and he'll need a few more the rest of this week to make sure that everything goes away, but that he should be fine to play next week.
He's at Stanford, is that right? Yes. And what are they trying to dissipate before he flies?
I think they call it compartmental issues or something. It's just the swelling that causes from the contusion that he had, just to make sure that there's no problems.
Tight end Jacob Hollister turned in yet another great performance, including a touchdown catch. Carroll says it's really a result of Hollister's work ethic.
He's just a really good ball player, and he's tough as hell. I mean, he's delivering blows and taking hits and competing like crazy. It shows up when a guy is really good in special teams and he gives great effort in blocking and he catches the football. That's a complete package guy, and I think Jacob is going to be a tremendous asset for us going down. I don't think this is any fluke or anything. I think he's just a good football player, and he's learned well. It's like you see the ability of Russell and Tyler to fit so well together. It's because they're guys that just understand ball, and so they make sense and they communicate in the transition. It was like we just saw with Josh, guys that really understand the game. The transition and the communication just seems to be kind of wide open.
Seahawks next play a week from Sunday in Philadelphia against the Eagles in another nationally televised game on Sunday Night Football. That's sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. Recapping tonight's top story, a Douglas County Sheriff's deputy says a motorist tried to bribe him to get out of a DUI arrest. Juan Antonio Valle, a 47-year-old Wenatchee man, was allegedly driving impaired early Monday on Highway 28 at Rock Island when the deputy pulled him over. Valle allegedly declined a breath test, but then offered $10,000 to the deputy if he'd remove his handcuffs and let him go. The deputy said Valle also made implicit threats to the deputy's family. Bribery is a Class B felony in Washington. Prosecutors have yet to file a formal charge. Now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
Thank you very much, Grant. Got a great show for you planned on Thursday. Tom Nees will be my guest, Executive Director of Serve Wenatchee Valley. They moved into their new home. It's all spick and span and ready to go. They're going to have an open house on Friday. We'll be visiting Tom at Serve Wenatchee Valley at the new headquarters. We'll have that for you tomorrow. Plus highlights of the Panthers and the Wildcats. The Meade Panthers and the Eastmont Wildcats, the girls' soccer game tonight at Wildcat Stadium, first round of the State 4A playoffs. We'll have highlights of that coming your way on Thursday, plus everything you're used to. Start your day the local way, right here at Wake Up Wenatchee Valley tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock, right here on the NCWLIFE channel. Grant, back to you.
And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.
NCWLIFE channel is your home for local news, local weather, and events including live local high school sports. Watch inspiring local shows featuring local people. Don't miss Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Let's learn. Guada TV.
Street Talk and Other Stuff, the 12th District, Life with Lisa, and the Arbiter of Stoke. NCW Life Channel is your local TV station.
Being able to support yourself and your family is an important part of who we are. We all need to know we're able to provide ourselves with a secure future. Some job seekers have a harder time finding work. That's why Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is here, a free walk-in job search assistance program designed to help people find work. When you shop at or donate to Goodwill, you're really being a job creator, and that's a good thing for everyone's future. Goodwill. There's more behind the store.